Jackson lived for the attention. He didn't just enter a room, he arrived. Shoes polished like mirrors, smile sharp enough to slice glass, eyes always scanning to make sure everyone was watching. And they were. That was the thing, people were always watching Jackson. Instagram saw the yacht parties, the designer suits, the luxury cars parked just right in the background of every photo. But they didn't see the mess behind the camera, the staged laughter, the loneliness folded into his sheets like secrets. He called it curating a life. Others might have called it performance. Jackson knew how to read a room, how to become exactly who someone wanted him to be. A chameleon with perfect lighting. If someone had power, he turned on the charm. If they had nothing to offer, he vanished like smoke. He didn't fall in love. He collected admirers. Relationships were mirrors to admire himself in. He dated models, artists, executives, anyone who reflected his value back at him. But the moment they asked for something real, vulnerability, honesty, effort, he'd grow cold, bored, dismissive. They're just too needy, he'd say. They don't understand the grind. But truthfully, Jackson didn't understand intimacy. It scared him. He liked being adored from a distance, not held up close. Up close, people could see the cracks, the parts of him that weren't enough. So he kept everyone at arm's length, wrapped in charm and arrogance. He thought he had it all figured out, until his phone stopped buzzing one weekend. The likes slowed, the calls didn't come. He texted people who left him on read. The party invites faded. Suddenly, the silence in his penthouse echoed louder than the applause ever did. He looked around and realized he had everything except connection. The friends were gone. The women he ghosted had moved on. Even his family had stopped expecting him to show up. He stood in a room full of expensive things and felt completely alone. That night, he stared at his own reflection for a long time. No filter, no edits, just him. He didn't cry. He wasn't sure he knew how. But something in him shifted. Because deep down, he wasn't heartless, just hungry. Desperate to be seen, but too afraid to be vulnerable. To need anyone. To admit he'd built a golden cage around himself and called it success. And maybe, just maybe, he was tired of the performance.